The first memory that I have of my dad isn't a typical one because I was 4 years old. I just remember my dad gave me this cross necklace that he always wore, and he put it around my neck, and he told me that he would be going away for a while. All of a sudden, like, a bunch of police come up to the house, and I just remember it, like, so vividly, like it was yesterday, and they drug him out in handcuffs, and he was just, the last thing that I remember him saying was, "Can I kiss my little girl before I leave?" He was, like, in and out of jail for my whole life. I mean, that's just how it went until about 3 years ago. He had liver failure, and it was a wake-up call. And I think that my dad saw at that point, like, what him dying would do to all of us. He 100% changed his life after that day. Like, he called me every day. But it was exactly what I wanted, for my whole life. He was finally the dad that I wanted. And then in April of this year, he wanted to turn in some of the drug dealers that wouldn't leave him alone and kept harassing him. He was driving in downtown Baton Rouge and was shot inside of his vehicle. It was extremely hard for me to give him up as soon as I felt like I got him back. It really breaks my heart. Like, my dad's brother has 2 children, and my dad's brother's also an addict, and his girlfriend, who's the mother of the children, is also an addict. So they don't go to school a lot. When they do go to school, they're failing. Children with an incarcerated parent are way less likely to graduate college, be successful. They're more likely to, they usually follow in the parents' footsteps. I'm the first person in my family to go to college, but my stepdad, well, he went for like 2 semesters at LSU, I think, and my family always really pushed me because my mom and my grandmother used to tell me when I was 2, I was in the 4-year-old room at daycare teaching them how to tie their shoes. So I guess they took a lot of time with me. I was the only child, the only grandchild, and they read to me every night. So they always pushed me, like, you're going to go to college, you're going to be a doctor or a lawyer, that's it. Those were my choices. I am so lucky that I had, if not the financial support, that I had the discipline, to know how important it was. And I'm sharing my story, but I'm the lucky one. I did make it out, so I know how dangerous it is and how close that it could have been for me to go the other way. So when I graduate, I want to work with at-risk youth because, they're going to have no chance at life. And then it's just like a cycle because then they're going to have children. And if they didn't go to college, their children probably won't go to college. I hate it. Friday, when I walk across the stage, obviously I'll be thinking about my dad and wishing that he was there. And, my mom has really just been my lifesaver because, I could have been I wouldn't have made it out if it weren't for her. She made the decision to leave my dad and to give me a shot. So it's definitely bittersweet, but I think I have a lot of people to thank on that day. When I think about the people that have helped me and they don't know me and they have no obligation to help me and they're not required to do that, and just out of the goodness of their heart, just decided to give money to some strange girl so she could finish college. I don't even know how I could begin to scratch the surface of a gratitude. They gave me the opportunity to be who I am, and they gave me the passions. They gave me the desire to do what I want to do, and they just reassured me that there's still good people in the world, and it's not all bad. And I would just be able to tell them that I hope that I can pay it forward. Those people took that step and they said, we're going to do something awesome and we're going to change the world. And then if we just keep the cycle of paying it forward, obviously things can only be better. I'm not going to forget how my life was. I'm not going to forget because I graduated law school, so I want to take that and I just want to help the at-risk children, and I want to help women, and that's how I plan on changing the world.